So earlier today we were talking about honesty, being honest, and what that means. What does being honest mean, and what are the causes and effects of not being honest? And we found that obviously, without honesty, it leaves openings for people that we relate to come into opposition with us, to start to leaves openings for them to attack us, and often we might feel that these people are the cause of the attack. But if we are honest with ourselves and look back and realize that we haven't been honest with these people, and look, that's okay, everyone does it from time to time, then we can see that we've actually created the opening for them to behave in a way that is not really what we intended in the first place. So Chris wrote, authenticity is in honesty. To honestly speak your truth is a cause and effect of valuing yourself without compromise to the future vision of the dreams to come. To let go of who will be the self-chosen ones, to keep people happy, is compromising the self-choosing process. So as Chris read this and he explained it and pulled it apart, and unpacked it, it struck me that this is a very elegant piece of code that, once written and installed into the mind and we start acting upon, can actually have a really interesting cause and effect in your life. Meaning that by adopting a program such as this one, we become more honest with people. We aren't so concerned. Hello.
Yes.
What's up? We're just doing a video.
You got a bottle of ginger out there for you.
Okay. Yeah.
Right, so you can try it.
Beautiful.
I thought it was going to be a small one, but I ended up pulling out a big bastard.
Okay.
So it's a whole... whatever.
All right.
If you're going to do it tonight,
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you will tonight?
Probably not. No,
Probably
I don't
not.
think I will tonight. No.
Ah.
No.
Ah.
Why?
Well, what's the matter with you two?
No, everything's all right. It's just I'm not going to do it tonight, so you're not going to get
the benefit of
the feedback.
Getting your reaction.
Yeah, you're not going to get my reaction tonight. Sorry.
Is that all right?
Is that okay?
Not really.
Are you all right? You sure?
We're just being honest.
We're just being
Oh,
honest.
that's all right.
Yeah.
I like honesty.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Thanks for thinking about it, though.
Yeah.
Well,
I will try, definitely, and then when I do, I'll tell you exactly what I honestly think
if it's
about
shit
it.
or whatever.
I reckon it'll be good. It's you.
Well,
my guess is
we
going to be
had
good.
the samplers.
Yeah.
And they were okay.
Yeah.
But this one's been longer.
Okay. So
it's
this
not
one's
good.
been brewing longer.
Should be
Yes.
better.
So okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Wow, baby.
All right.
Right.
Looking forward to it.
I might drink that one tonight and put another one in its place.
No, you won't.
What? Who says I won't?
I will. I say that because you said that was mine.
Yeah, but you wouldn't know.
You
won't know
can't,
the difference if I replace it with one. Will you? No.
Yeah, but that would be being dishonest to me, wouldn't it?
True.
Yeah, it would.
So I'm a dishonest person.
Well,
Right?
no, your behaviour would be dishonest if that's what you did, but it doesn't mean you're a dishonest person.
Who's that ugly bastard there?
You're not in the camera yet.
You got to come closer.
Yeah.
Ah! Shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yes.
Alright, these two. So there we go. There's an example of a perfect example of an honest interaction. So basically, a lot of the time we are not honest with people because we're concerned about how they're how they're going to feel. And we obviously, like, some people are blatantly dishonest and they do it for, reasons of malice or revenge or whatever. But generally, in my case at least, when I'm dishonest or have been dishonest in the past, it's because I was coming from a place of protecting people from having a reaction that was opposite to what I desired for them to have. So, for example, in this one, Max offered me the beer that he's been brewing. He knows it's the flavour. There's a ginger beer, which was the flavour that I wanted to initiate the whole brewing process it's been 5 brews now.
You know, fine.
5 brews, and now finally the ginger beer's here, and he's wanting me to try it tonight because he wants to see how my feedback and whether I liked it or not, and get validation maybe for the whole process, and that's cool, and I'm happy to give that, but tonight is not the night for me to do that for other reasons. And so rather than say, yeah, I'll try it, and then let time lapse, and then he can come back in and say, how come you haven't tried the beer yet? And then I come up with another reason why I haven't had the beer, and then eventually everyone goes to bed, and then it's the next day, and then he's saying how the next day he comes up to me and says, how come you didn't try the beer? What's wrong? Don't you like me? Don't you care? How can you not? If you didn't drink the beer, then it means you must not care. Then you must not like me, and it leaves it open for him to start attacking me and taking out this feeling of confusion onto me, because I've actually caused the interaction to slant that way, because I didn't in the beginning say, I'm not going to drink the beer tonight, but I'll drink it when I'm ready, and as soon as I'm ready, I'll tell you exactly what I thought of it, which is the honest thing. So, with obviously, I've gone into minutes of an example and all that sort of stuff, so we can get clear on what this code means that Chris has written, and its authenticity is honesty. To honestly speak your truth is a cause and effect of valuing yourself without compromise to the future vision of the dreams to come. To let go of who will be the self-chosen ones to keep people happy is compromising the self-choosing process. Now, as I'm reading this, I'm not really taking it in the way when Chris read it to me. When Chris read it to me, I saw that piece of code in terms of, say, neurolinguistic programming or writing that code to change someone's thought process, and I saw it as a very, very elegant piece of coding to compress that experience and everything I just talked about down into a few sentences. And even though consciously we might not understand, oh, that's what it means, once the code goes in and the unconscious mind accepts it, then we start interacting on a different way, different level, and then we can start having different outcomes. And then we're not really worried about whether people accept the truth or not, because it's the truth and it doesn't need any defending. That's just how it is, and you can have your reaction, whether it's positive or negative, but that's your reaction. But I'm speaking my truth the whole time anyway, and because of that, I'm at peace. And in this situation, Max actually appreciated the truth, even though it wasn't what the outcome he wanted. He appreciated me saying, this is what I'm going to do, and that's how it is. And he goes, okay, fine. Then he can adjust and move on. And then there isn't this entanglement that continues through time and space and starts to manifest and then goes viral and then affects other people, and then it becomes this big confusing drama, and then all of a sudden people start having a go at each other and then no one knows why. And then all it was because in the beginning I didn't say, hey, I'm just not going to drink the beer tonight. So after going through that and understanding all that on whatever levels that I understood it on, I started looking at code itself and how, whether it's about honesty or whether it's about values or beliefs or dimensions or, you know, whatever the subject is, it doesn't matter, that writing code itself that has an effect on the field of reality itself, the matrix itself, that is a real art form within itself. And when you know what to look for, and you look at pieces of code that's written like this, like Chris has written, and this is one of many that he's written, you see it as it's a piece of art, okay? And then that triggered a thought in my mind related to Gabriel. And one day you're going to see videos of Gabriel, I'm sure. I mean, he's already got his own videos, but related and linked into this is that he's a guy that has been working on parkour and gymnastics, and he's at Nike now, and he's just blowing people's minds. He's like a prodigy, and he's been working on his version of code and embodying it into physical movements, and he's gotten so elegant and so good and clean at what he's doing that now energetically, without even putting any videos out there or telling people what he's doing, people are coming to him. These are these are his peers, and these are people that he looked up to in the beginning of his training, and now they're seeking him out to train with them, and they don't even know why they want to train with him. They think that they're wanting to train with him because he's good at what he's awesome, and he's cool at all his moves and stuff. But what I think they're really looking for now is they're looking at him and how he writes code that he embodies into physical movement, and how that affects the physical field around him. And they're saying, man, that is awesome. Come and help us clean up our coding so we can be even better code writers at our physical movement and having an effect on our reality and the people in it and around us. And so now Gabriel, at the scale that he's operating and writing his code at, is now becoming a bit of a specialized expert in certain areas. And I think that's fantastic, because when I get a reflection of where he's at and what he's doing and what Chris is at and what Chris is doing, I get an honest reflection of where I'm at and what I'm doing, and I can start to appreciate the code that I'm writing as well. And not only the way it's written and the elegance of it, but also where I'm at on the scale of writing code. And there are different scales, just like on in energetic arts, we do a lot of physical work, we do mental work, we do emotional work, spiritual and energetic work. I try to cover the whole spectrum, and I try to do them all at once. And the code that I write, I try to incorporate as many elements or combinations of these elements together to come up with new code that affects us, our minds, our emotions, our physiology, our spirituality, and our energy and the field around us in ways that is almost like core line coding. So these codes that I'm writing are almost like anchoring points that once installed, or like operating systems. So they're more like operating systems in which other applications, other programming and other code can be attached to. And once they're attached to, they have a lot more flexibility and a lot more fluidity and less limitations. It's almost like and I'm going to probably offend people here who are PC users, but if you've used a PC for many, many years and then finally you move over to Mac, and if you're a creative type, then it just seems a lot more intuitive and a lot easier to use, and you don't even need to know how it works for you to work it. So that's the kind of movements and thought patterns and coding that I'm trying to write, is that it's not so much that this is something that's new or unique as such, but it's something that is so in line with the nature of who we are and how we already work as a human being and as a spiritual being on a mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, energetic level, that they mesh, and it's so seamless that unless you know what you're looking for, then you won't even see it.